Welcome to the Europe Unit Exam. Remember that you have the option to pause after each question to give yourself time. Also, you can replay the question if you need to hear them again. Question number 1. Which statement describes a way in which the European Union has benefited its member nations? A. The EU has shielded member nations from trade with other parts of the world. B. The EU has converted European currencies to US dollars. C. The EU helped member nations compete more successfully with larger economies. D. The EU has promoted agriculture as a substitute for manufacturing. Use the excerpt below to answer the following question. The arts are an important part of Western European culture. Museums and cultural institutions celebrate each nation's art and history, and national governments support the arts. The German government, for example, funds hundreds of theaters, and concerts and plays attract large audiences. More important is the influence Western European culture has on the rest of the world. German architects from the Bauhaus School influenced buildings and cities throughout the 1900s. British popular music and television have had an impact especially on American culture. Which cultural area have the Germans had a worldwide influence? A. Popular music. B. Television. C. Painting. Or D. Architecture. Question 3. Use the excerpt below to answer the following question. The northern part of Norway is located as far north as Alaska, but it is not nearly as cold. The Norwegian Current, part of the Gulf Stream, flows past Norway carrying warm water from the tropics. As a result, western Norway has a marine climate with mild winters and cool summers. The relatively mild climate does not extend far to the east. Mountains reduce the flow of milder air. Eastern Norway thus has colder and snowier winters. Even so, the climate in eastern Norway and in Sweden is milder than in many other parts of the world at the same latitude. Where do the warm waters of the Norwegian Current originate? A. In the warmer air above. B. In the North Sea. C. In the English Channel. Or D. In the tropics. Question number 4. Use the map below to answer the following question. Which European countries border the Baltic Sea? A. Poland, Latvia, and Estonia. B. Ukraine, Romania, and Bulgaria. C. Albania, Montenegro, and Croatia. Or D. Hungary, Slovakia, and the Czech Republic. And number 5. Use the excerpt below to answer the following question. Many of the industries in Eastern Europe fell on hard times after the collapse of the Soviet Union. Many industries suffered big losses, leading to high unemployment, especially in the Balkans. One positive move is a number of Eastern European countries that have joined the European Union. Since 2004, the following countries have joined the EU: the Czech Republic, Hungary, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, Slovakia, Slovenia, Bulgaria, and Romania. The EU has sought to protect employment, improve workers' living and working conditions, and create a strong trading bloc that can compete effectively with the United States. How does the EU help Eastern European member countries? A. The EU uses the same currency in all member countries. B. The EU creates a strong competitive trading bloc. C. The EU provides national security for its members. Or D. The EU helps member countries set up their governments. Question number 6. Of what commodity is Russia one of the world's leading suppliers? A. Citrus fruit. B. Natural gas. C. Peanut oil. Or D. Coffee. And number 7. In 1986, where in Russia did one of the world's greatest environmental disasters happen? A. Novosibirsk in Siberia. B. St. Petersburg in western Russia. C. Vladivostok in Siberia. Or D. Chernobyl in Ukraine. Number 8. Use the document below to answer the following question. How does the GDP of the EU compare to that of the U.S.? A. The GDP of the EU and the U.S. is the same. B. The GDP of the U.S. is about $1 trillion lower than the GDP of the EU. C. The GDP of the U.S. is much higher than the GDP of the EU. Or D. The GDP of the U.S. is $5 billion less than the GDP of the EU. Number 9. Use the document below to answer the following question. Between 1970 and 2010, how did the GDP change in all the European countries represented in the graphs? A. The GDP of every increased. All the countries gained wealth after joining the European Union. B. The GDP declined in every country. C. The GDP stayed the same. Or D. The GDP increased in 1997 but declined rapidly in 2005. Number 10. Use the document below to answer the following question. The Polish economy, meanwhile, has grown rapidly for 2 decades at more than 4% per year, the fastest speed in Europe, and garnered massive investment in its companies and infrastructure. Poland is now the 6th largest economy in the EU. Living standards have more than doubled between 1989 and 2012, reaching 62% of the level of the prosperous countries at the core of Europe. All of this led the World Bank economist Marcin Podlawski to conclude in a recent report that Poland, quote, has just had probably the best 20 years in more than 1,000 years of its history. Part of what makes Poland such a good place to invest today is the depth of the bond it has forged with Europe's leading economy, Germany. The relationship benefits both countries. A large part of the German export machine is now based in Poland. Poland gets German investment and markets for its goods, and Germany profits from the opportunity to use Poland to compete with East Asia. Indeed, some German industries are able to produce goods in Poland for less than what they would cost to make in China. And Poland offers Germany a friendly business climate, plenty of skilled labor, and above all, proximity. According to the document, how has Poland's economy changed during the past 2 decades? A. Poland's economy has declined rapidly over the past 2 decades. B. Poland's economy has increased rapidly over the last 2 decades. C. Poland's economy has not changed over the last 2 decades. D. None of the above. Number 11. Which of the following statements most accurately describes communism? A. All property should belong to the state, not private individuals. B. A small group of people should control all the property for their own goals. C. The people who own property should share it with the state. D. One person alone should own all property and decide how it is to be shared. Number 12. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, Russia moved from A. A command economy to a mixed economy. B. A market economy to an economy controlled by the government. C. An economy dominated by criminal organizations to a command economy. D. A market economy to an economy controlled by its trading partners. Number 13. Democracy originated in which society? A. Chinese. B. Egyptian. C. Greek. Or D. Roman. Number 14. Use the map below to answer the following question. The population of Russia is heavily concentrated in which part of the country? A. Eastern Russia. B. Southeastern Russia. C. Western Russia. Or D. Central Russia. Number 15. Use the map below to answer the following questions. What mountain range separates Europe from Russia? A. The Alps. B, the Carpathian Mountains, C, the Caucasus Mountains, or D, the Ural Mountains? Number 16, why would creating irrigation systems like aqueducts benefit societies? A, to help create a nomadic lifestyle. B, civilizations created irrigation systems to create a barrier for potential enemies. C, to move waste out of a city. Or D, it allows civilizations an opportunity to move away from a direct water source and yet still have the water available. Number 17, use the maps below to answer the following question. Which of the following major events caused a change in the political boundaries in the maps above? A, Industrial Revolution. B, World War I. C, World War II. Or D, the Cold War? Number 18, use the map below to answer the following question. Southern Europe would be classified as which type of region within the 5 themes of geography? A, farming. B, mountains. C, Northern European plains. Or D, livestock raising? Number 19, why would leaders of a limited government want to go to war with countries that have a form of unlimited government? A, to defend the personal freedoms of their citizens. B, to allow unlimited governments an opportunity to mistreat their citizens. C, to steal money from poor countries. Or D, to allow leaders like Hitler an opportunity to gain more power. And number 20, who was a main player in the Holocaust? A, Italy. B, the United States. C, Australia. Or D, Germany? And that concludes your test. Please review the answer choices you made to ensure that you've made the best possible choices. Have a great day.